For the Module 11 Part 2 notes, we are going to talk about binomial distributions. So 4 things need to be true for a binomial, for us to have a binomial distribution. And since we are just coming off of probability distributions, okay, a binomial distribution is a special type of discrete probability distribution. So all of our x values, all of our possibilities are separate and discrete. I apologize, I'm not sure what happened with my funky little bullets there. Ignore the question marks. So 4 things need to be true for us to have a binomial distribution. Number 1 is that the number of trials must be fixed. So I've got to know ahead of time how many trials I am running. Okay, am I interviewing 100 people? Am I checking speeds of 200 cars? Right? We have to have a fixed number of trials. Second thing, each trial must have the same 2 possible outcomes. It's important, binomial means 2. In a binomial distribution, we only have 2 options. One we're going to call a success, and the other we're going to call a failure. That does not mean that only 2 things can happen. It could be that I am rolling a die and my success is rolling a 1. Then my failure would be rolling anything else, anything that's not a 1. So a lot of times we can take a situation and make it a binomial distribution by just setting a cutoff and declaring one side of that cutoff a success and the other side a failure. The third thing that must happen is the trials have to be independent, okay? Which means we are not drawing a card and not replacing it. Every single time I roll a fair die, I have the same probability for rolling that 1. So those are independent trials. The fourth is that the probability of success must be the same in each trial. So I am comparing like trials to like trials. I cannot have the probability of the first trial being 1/2 and the probability of the next trial being 1/3. So these 4 things have to happen in order for it to be a binomial distribution. There is always a question regarding binomial distributions on the second exam and the final. So the tough stuff we are going to do in Excel, but it is a little bit of a different way of thinking about probabilities.